Happy Halloween, followers! Hope you've got on your coolest or ugliest or prettiest or scariest costume this October 31st, for today is the perfect excuse to become whoever or whatever you want. And whether you're out trick-or-treating the neighborhood this evening or partying with friends till super late at night, your favorite film reaper has you covered for what films you will and will not want to see this year. And what film faces judgment on today of all days? A special film indeed. A specialty. The perfect movie to review on Halloween, no less. The 1978 John Carpenter classic, Halloween. Yep, nearly half a century old, and this film continues to find its way into the hearts of each generation throughout the years. Chances are you know the story, but I will continue to review this piece as I would any other film, out of respect for the movie, the Halloween spirit, and for the art of cinema itself. 15 years after being locked away for brutally murdering his sister as a child, Michael Myers, played by Tony Moran, breaks out of prison to head back to where it all began, the house where he murdered his sister on that cold, fateful Halloween night. Not too long after visiting his old home, Michael Myers sets his sights on a new string of victims, including Laurie Strode, who's played by kick-ass bitch Jamie Lee Curtis. Meanwhile, the doctor who studied Michael all these years, Sam Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance, works with local authorities to make sure they can get to Michael before his kill count grows any higher. You've probably heard this about the Halloween franchise in general, but this particular movie really takes its time with its scares and slays. It loves to play with the audience's expectations and uses the element of sound very well, I might add. I say this a lot on my channel, but I hate it when movies add loud sound effects to the jump scares because I think it's trying way too hard. This movie does have some sound effects to some of their jump scares, but they don't go too overboard with it. The sounds are never too loud, and there are even a few that got me as well, music or not. There's especially one jump scare near the end of the film that utilizes darkness very well. Sometimes in the movie, you think a scare is coming or happening, and then it turns out there wasn't anything sinister at all. That's a good way of keeping the audience on its toes in terms of what's evil and what is just everyday life. Oh, and warning, there is a scene in the film that involves animal cruelty, sadly. Also, while I like how this film emphasizes suspense and build-up, I think it drags it out just a little too long, in my opinion. Like, they do save the most intense bloody scenes for the very end, as opposed to most slasher films where there's usually one or two brutal moments in the middle to keep you entertained until later in the movie when it gets a lot worse. But that's not to say I was bored or anything during the movie. Jamie Lee Curtis is excellent as the reserved and nurturing babysitter, and the kids in the movie get a couple laughs sometimes too. And I really liked Dr. Loomis and thought he was quirky in a fun way. And of course, Michael Myers fucking slays. Even when you do not see him in full or just see him from far away, you can feel the evil that resides behind that iconic mask. Just his breathing is enough to make your spine shiver. Michael Myers in Halloween might be a slow burn, but it burns right into the heart and core of Halloween itself. I'm giving this holiday classic 9 cat lives, because we should all count ourselves more than lucky just to have the option of seeing this slashing success. So that's my review of Halloween 1978. Did you agree or disagree? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below, slay that like button, subscribe, and of course, have a terrifyingly terrific Halloween night.